This game seeks to emulate to a certain degree the experience of investigating a murder case. You will need to search each location carefully to find clues to proceed. You use observation and deduction skills to uncover the hidden secrets. We recommend writing your own notes or taking advantage of the in-game camera. The game auto-saves whenever you enter it into a location. Should you encounter a bug or problem, hit the reload menu, transport you back to the entrance location to retain everything found up till that point.
Hey, Janet. So the chief has entrusted you with my assignment, hey? I hope it didn't interfere with your weekend plans. Anyway, he told me to call you and fill you in on it. You remember the murder that happened a few years back that was never solved? The one at Painscreek where the ex-mayor's wife was killed? Well, the property's being auctioned off soon, so we don't have much time to dig up anything that's relevant to the case. So, see what you can find. Hopefully it'll be something worth publishing. Anyway, take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
The Hartford Times, 212 Greenwood Street, Northville, NL 42779. Who killed Vivian Roberts? August 3rd, 1999. In 1995, Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman and wife of a former mayor, was murdered and dragged to the front of her own home. The case was never solved and the killer never found. It was rumored that a private investigator was in Painscreek sometime later, but there's nothing more on that. Last week we received news that large swaths of Painscreek County will be auctioned off soon. We would like to revisit the story and attempt to find out the following. Who killed Vivian Roberts? What was the motive? What was the murder weapon? Please submit your findings in a front-page photograph for your story to be published. Richard Harris, Editor-in-Chief. Don't forget to bring the camera. There's something posted on the window. Right mouse button zoom in, left mouse button take photo. C to close the camera. Camera uses capture anything important into your investigation. P for photos. Enter the location. Room closet. Rotate item, right mouse to zoom in on item, left to put item back, F to store. So we're here. Painscreek Trinity Church. M for map. Alrighty. Access desk. Scott Brooks, Painscreek Trinity Church pastor's son, suspected for killing Vivian Roberts. Witness reported seeing suspect fleeing from murder scene late night. The police apprehended Scott Brooks yesterday afternoon. He was residing in the Roberts hunting cabin by the trailhead. According to a witness who at the time has wished to remain anonymous, he was coming home late on July 19th at around 11:50 p.m. when he saw Scott walking very quickly away from the Roberts mansion, heading down Silver Lake. Although Scott looked upset, the witness did not think it unusual until a few days later when he came across the newspaper article on Vivian Roberts' murder. Feeling uneasy about the whole situation, he called the police. Shortly after the call was made, the police arrived at Scott's cabin and questioned about his whereabouts and the night Vivian died. Scott said that he did meet her that night, but said he had nothing to do with her death. Scott was later brought down to the station for further questioning. Journal. Newspaper. Ah. Open I to use. James Howard, Painscreek Sheriff's Department. Vivian Roberts murder case report, August 6th. Let's go ahead and take a picture. 1995. The report is an update of what happened to Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, the only suspect of this murder case, was apprehended a few days after Vivian's body was found. According to our investigation, someone saw Scott at around 11:30 p.m. near the woods north of the mansion. Two hunters were looking for more wood for their bonfire when they heard shouting. They witnessed Scott and Vivian arguing. However, they were too far to hear the content of the argument. 6 months prior to Vivian's death, Scott was fired from working at the mansion. She cited Scott for tardy work and rebellious behavior. She also prohibited Scott from visiting the mansion and meeting Tricia, who by then had a close relationship with Scott. We are currently investigating the case. Scott is our main suspect in Vivian's murder. August 6, 1995, James Howard, Painscreek Sheriff's Department. I don't remember if I took a picture of that or not, but we're going to do that again. Read. Okay. July 30th, 1995, Vivian Roberts' funeral was held this afternoon. Bernard the butler, Dorothy the head servant, Derek the family chauffeur, and his mom, Wanda, who was fighting cancer, attended. Vivian's husband, Charles, came with their daughter, Tricia. Charles did not utter a word. He was very quiet. Most of the town came and paid their respect at the funeral. Halfway through the ceremony, Tricia started to weep loudly. Dorothy brought her elsewhere, and the crying died down. I noticed that Dorothy looked tired. It must have been tough to take care of Tricia. She's been having multiple breakdowns. I can't blame her. With the loss of her mother and with her boyfriend being accused as the killer, it must have taken a toll on her. I feel sorry for the whole family. September 6, 1995. The town of Painscreek is quickly becoming a ghost town. The population has decreased drastically over the years. Ever since the deaths occurred, it seems that more and more people are actively looking to leave this town. It's sad to see a once lively town become what it is now. December 2nd, 1995. It's been almost 6 months since Vivian was killed. Her death still bothers me. Why was she killed? What was the killer's motives? She was someone who had earned the love and respect of the community. No employee of hers, nor any citizen of Painscreek, reaped any benefit from her passing. It doesn't make any sense. Drastically over the years. Okay. February 20th, 1996, Painscreek Community Hospital has officially closed. The remaining patients have been allocated to other hospitals that will provide suitable services for them. To be honest, it's hard to watch them leave. I wonder if the day I will come when I will be resigned somewhere else. Snap some pictures of these.
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Ann's Courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
The sheriff was sending information to Stephen at Ann's Courtyard. County Sheriff's Department, work relocation. Dear Sheriff James Howard, Due to the decreasing population of Painscreek County over the recent years, we have decided to delegate manpower elsewhere. This letter is to inform you that you have been reassigned to Grant County starting May 14th, 1998. Please report to our office before May 12th, 1998. Richard O'Connelly. The story of Tonti. Okay. Ah, light. Old gate key. Alrighty. Painscreek Killings. We're leaving the sheriff's office. Notice closed for good. Ooh. Alright, how do we do this? And then we use... Now we can... Alright. Let's get started. Shift to sprint. Aha. Nope. What do we have to go off of? We've got, Anne's Courtyard, which is a courtyard inn and suites in the middle of town. Let's go check that out. Pretty quickly got here. L? Light. Oh. Untouched bottles of wine. That's a lot of untouched bottles of wine. What do we got here? It's like a market of some kind out front. Old-fashioned way to listen to music. Wow, that's a description. Alright. Dart scoring. Single score. Double ring. Outer bowl. Inner bowl. The triple ring. Recording dart score. I don't feel like that's even slightly relevant to the Painscreek Killings, unless The score has something to do with something, but I don't feel like it does. What is this? Welcome. Enjoy your stay in Painscreek and take a chance to explore the surroundings. Traverse up the slopes of Blake Pine Mountains and take in the jaw-dropping views. Or take a hike on our trails toward Cherry Creek. Where's Cherry Creek? Cherry Creek Lake. Spend the night at Ann's Courtyard Inn and Suites and enjoy the 5-star room service it provides. There are many amazing things you can experience here. Something to be kept well maintained. There are vast trails to walk upon and sceneries to view, and no area is too far away to explore. Moon Cafe. Moon Cafe's acclaimed coffee has been known as one of the reasons people come to Painscreek. If you haven't had something from here yet, we highly recommend you visit and taste it for yourself. Hunter's Trail. Another one of Painscreek's prides are our hunting. Okay. Black Pine Mountains. Traverse the slopes of Black Pine Mountains. Okay. But that's the... Okay. Sure, we'll take a picture of that for later. What we got going on over here? Nope, nothing on that. We'll go around and read that. Painscreek Trinity Church, Sunday. The truth shall set you free. Come and join us for fellowship every Sunday at 8 a.m. Come and meet the community. Enjoy a message from the Lord. Bible studies will be held every Friday from 6 to 7:30 with a light dinner afterwards. Like to schedule a conference, please contact Father Matthew. Moon Cafe. In partnership with Ann's Courtyard Inn and Suites, if you show your barista your receipt for a room tag, you will receive a free cup. Okay. Steve's Barbershop. Open daily from 9 to 6, except Sundays. Price may vary. For appointments, call Stevie's. Oh, it's Stevie's. If you have any special requests, be sure to mention them. Trims and fades. What can you do if you are locked out of your own car? A Slim Jim, also known as the lockout tool, is used primarily for breaking into cars. It is a thin strip of metal that is 24 inches in length and about 0.7. The hooked end of the tool is thin enough to be slipped between the car doors, windows, and rubber seal, catching the rods that connect to the lock mechanism. By your incorrect use, the tool may detach the lock rods, which will cause the door lock to be inoperable, even when a key is used after that. Missing. Joshua J. Taylor. That looks important. On the playground. Red hair, brown eyes. Pebble, 4 Pebble Lane across the river on the playground. Wearing his favorite blue jacket and a scar below his left eye. Okay. Roberts Relief Foundation invites you to join us Saturday, October 25th. Admission will be $4 per adult, $3 for children 10 to 18. Children under 10 will be free. Wow, that's a big free range. Painscreek Annual Fall Festival demonstrates pumpkin carving, knitting, arts and crafts, and more. Dorothy's Famous Pies available for purchase. Games and activities, a scavenger hunt, relays, raffles, and prizes, and more. Vivian Roberts. Contact Vivian Roberts. Known but not forgotten, join us at our local church as we take this time to commemorate all the lives that we have lost 20 years ago. What happened 20 years ago? Share your memories A word from Father Matthew, testimonies from the relatives, a unified prayer, a chance to pay respect to the dead. As you know, some of the victims were working fathers who were torn away from their families in an untimely manner. If any individual would like to make a contribution to the families who were affected by this incident, please contact Father Matthew. I'm sorry, what happened 20 years ago? Okay. Letters or documents for in-guest goes in its respective slots. Yeah, all this wine's sitting out all over the place, but these are locked up for some reason? Alright. Sure. Champagne Lingerbot. A case of Da Vinci wine. The Painscreek Herald. I feel like this might be important. Let's go ahead and take a picture of that. February 21st, 1996, price 60 cents. Painscreek Community Hospital closes its doors after 60 years of service. Fund embezzlement suspected as key factor by Jonathan Walker. Painscreek Community Hospital, one of the leaders in long-term rehabilitation for the elderly in Newland, finally closes its doors after 60 years of service. Painscreek Community Hospital first opened its doors in 1963, serving as a humble abode for treating patients and providing boarding for those in need of prolonged treatment. Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman, saw the need to revamp the hospital in the early 70s. She founded the Roberts Relief Foundation with the main purpose to support the needs of the village of Painscreek, starting with the hospital. By the early 80s, the population of the village and local area had started to decline rapidly. Many young people who went to college did not return, and the number of seniors was quickly rising with the increased need. Painscreek Community Hospital marks the end of the services it provided for the past 60 years. Well, let's see, that was, yeah, February 21st after her death. Locked toolbox. Oh, crouch. Store and inventory. Read. Here is the key that you requested. 7 Black Pine Road, Painscreek, Newland. Okay. 7 Black Pine Road. I guess we should go straight there, huh?
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet.
Toolbox and shovel.
In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key. Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
Okay. Standard rooms. I don't recognize any of those names. Someone They don't know when they left. 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days. Okay. I'm kind of scared to go into room 201 since they don't have a marking of when he left. Is there gonna be a body? Oh, okay. Didn't expect that to come out, but alright. Very tiny bathroom. Alright. I guess up it is. Okay, that didn't do nothing. 204, 203. Oh. Past due. Stephen M. Thank you for your rent payment at stated in your rental agreement. However, when rent payments are not received by 4/4, you must pay additional rent because of a late charge due or because you did not qualify for the rent discount. The qualified additional amount was not included in the payment and therefore is therefore now due. Please send the additional requirement rent amount of $85 at once to bring your credit balance up to date and remove it from the delinquent list. This amount must be paid within 7 days from the date of the notice. Thank you for your prompt cooperation. Sincerely, Rosalie P. Painting just on the floor. What was that address again? 7 Black Pine Road. So that is out to the right. Let's go find that location. Alright, let's go check out 7 Black Pine Road. Let's see if we can find any more information about these killings all over town. What's this say? Oops, that was BHR special, happy hour, 6 to 10, half price martinis, half price sangria, $3 Tuesday nights. Cool. Now let's go find 7, that's 35. Let's run way up here. That's 34. What is this? 39? Okay, now I'm really curious where 7 is. Hmm. 15. 11. Where did that go? That's not a black pine. Let's go back up here. There's 9. Ah, here's 7. I don't know what road this is, but that's clearly not it. Black Pine Road. That should be this road. What's this? Oh, playground. Oh. Did I not say hunting? Limited public hunting under federal, state, and state laws. Consult manager for current regulations. Here's a hunting area and a playground. Okay. Seven Black Pine Road, Painscreek. Any birdies in there? Okay. Oh, okay. We'll get our equipment wet. What's over here? To-do list. Go get firewood. Get more firewood. Give Trisha my spare cabin key. Fix Miss Patterson's sink. Visit Andrew at the hospital. Check hospital for missing tools. I'm gonna go with this as Scott's cabin. Okay, cool. Working well inside of the playground. Do we get the tea? Doesn't seem so. Can we go up in here? Ah. I don't know where 7 Painscreek is. Or, not Painscreek, Black Pine. I don't know where to go. Open world mystery is an intriguing concept. What's that? Fresh eggs, special select cheeses, pies, jams, and jellies. in any of these houses? Where are we going? What's up here? Do you want to leave Painscreek? No. Okay, so we're somewhere at the top end of something. I guess that. What's over here? Maple Drive. Oh yeah. That's yeah, this goes to the mansion. Gonna go to the mansion and find out who killed Vivian. Hey, I think I came up here earlier. Ooh. Eerie gate. It went. Okay. That is quite the mansion, actually. Do we go for the front? I don't think we should go for the front door. What do you think? Just go in the front door? Why? Why? What's the reasoning for that? Door is bolted from the inside. Okay. Ooh, look at there. That's interesting. Why is the Da Vinci wine tucked away back here? It's also very bland. What's in there? There's just a grill. Very minimum landscaping going on here. Oh, that's locked. That was loud. Okay, I said no to the front door. I guess I'm just gonna go fucking around in the back door. Oh, that's a bedroom. That's right. Entertain your guests while they can see inside your bedroom. There's a map. Of the house. Yeah, let me check and see if this door's open. Any doors over here open? It is. Ooh. The Painscreek Herald, July 13th, 1995. So this is before Vivian was murdered. Dr. Henry Johnson found drowned in vehicle at bottom of Cherry Creek Lake. Wait, where's Cherry Creek Lake? Wait. Where's Cherry Creek Lake? That's down there. Anyway. Body submerged in water for as long as 15 days by Elizabeth Hudson at Burgundy car was found at the bottom of Cherry Creek Lake yesterday afternoon. So 15 days from the 12th, so June 20 something. A swimmer who chose to remain anonymous said he was diving in the lake when he saw what appeared to be a red car glittering at the bottom of the lake. When he swam towards the vehicle and was shocked to see a body in the driver's seat. He quickly called the police. 3 hours later, the vehicle was pulled out of the lake and the body was identified as Dr. Henry Johnson. Based on the police report, the body has been in the water between 10 and 15 days. Painscreek Community Hospital confirmed that Dr. Johnson last checked in on June 28, 1995. The hospital staff assumed he had left Painscreek for business purposes, which Dr. Johnson was known to do rather privately. No missing person report. This must be the Roberts family. I don't even know where to begin looking in this house. Guess we'll start down here. Okay, doesn't give me the option to turn this light on. Ah, look at there. So we've got upstairs. This is the second floor. Okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense. What do you mean that doesn't open? We all know that this opens. I mean, they made the effort to pack up. They just didn't take their stuff with them, apparently. Okay, don't know the code to that. This is the front door. Oh, I did not like how that sounded. Jackson and Lewis, Vivian Roberts. Don't know how that might be relevant, but we're just gonna assume that everything is relevant in this investigation and have more pictures than needed. This is odd. Why would you have... Why? Why? Right in your front... okay. It's a wine closet. Y'all have got wine everywhere. I think that's this town's problem. They all have a bunch of wine, but nobody's drinking it. Cause this all seems to be like new. Clorox flour? I don't know what that's supposed to be. I can open everything. Okay. I can open everything else but the fridge. Oh, look, this one has a note. Anyone delivering food to church on Saturdays, please lock all the doors and return the key under the flower pot before leaving. Cookingware. Ooh, I seen a key. Anybody else see the key? Shopping list for Trisha's birthday. Trisha's birthday. 3 packs of balloons, candles, new tablecloths, baking powder, eggs, strawberry. Oh, the very thing that would not be for my birthday. Oh, I want to close the drawer, please. Thank you. Mansion room key. Just put that in our pocket. Okay. I cannot figure out what time period this is supposed to be in. Like, Clorox. I mean, aha! Adios. Not Cheerios, it's adios. Oh. This. Ah! I turned on some lights. Wow. This. Locked. That's a different color door. Do these go into the same place? I think they don't. Okay, well, that's a creepy looking staircase. We're gonna go this way. To the creepy room pictures. That. CR. Charles Roberts. March 14th, 1993. We went hunting this afternoon. Scott's quite a fast learner and has good manners too. I told him to call me Charles, but he kept saying it's more appropriate to call me Mr. Roberts. He almost got the deer on his second try. If he keeps this up, I'll take him over Bernard as my hunting partner. June 11th, 1993. Trisha's been rather obvious in her interest. He's a good-looking young man and respectful to others. I don't mind his status. There's nothing wrong with being an orphan. If there is, it's the parents' fault. I know that Trisha fancies him. I've grown to like him too. Okay. That was June of 93. August 27th, 1993. Today is Mom's death anniversary. It's been 18 years since she passed away. I paid my respect to her tombstone. Vivian wasn't feeling well and chose not to come, so I asked Scott to accompany me. He brought fresh lilies. He said lilies suggest that the soul of the deceased has returned to its peaceful state. Sometimes I feel like he's like a son to me. Now that I think about it, Vivian is always getting sick during this time of the year. Interesting. September 8th, 1993. I knew our relationship would not be as close as we had it, but ever since Vivian discovered my affair, she hasn't been the same. She once joked to her friends during a dinner that all politicians are alike, and as a politician's wife, she had learned to close one eye. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. I think it was because of Trisha that she didn't leave me. She is a good wife and a good mother. I'm grateful for that. Hmm. Okay. It's just rude. Anything in these pictures? Okay. What you looking at? You pointing at something in her book? Rude. Quite the artwork selection. Of course, Mona Lisa's over here with her own curtains. I want to be bougie enough to have my own home art gallery. Oh yeah, that's outside to the garage. I like the sound these cabinets make. Diary. Mary Martinez. Uh-oh. That's the, servant? Hand servant? Home servant? Can't think of what it's called. May 24th, 1993. I've been here for almost 3 months. Everyone treats me well. Most of the workers have been here for a long time, some as long as 30 years. Dorothy is probably the oldest maid here. Okay, not her. She is really nice and is responsible for taking care of all the maids. She's always giving me snacks. Oh, Mary must be the chauffeur's mom. The other oldest worker is probably Bernard, the butler, so he's so serious I don't think I've ever seen him smile. June 2nd, 1993. Dorothy and Bernard don't talk much to each other, however, they are perfect when it comes to attending Charles and Vivian's needs. I guess that's why they are in charge here. I notice Charles and Vivian are never together much either, even when they are both at home. They don't seem happy with what is going on. June 13th, 1993. Vivian was passing by when I broke the vase. I must have been really nervous because I stood there for God knows how long. I thought she would scold me or even fire me. Instead, Vivian invited me to have tea with her. She asked about my parents and what I wanted to do in the future. I told her I hoped to open my own deli someday. She said I could do anything if I set my mind on it and work really hard like me. She used to be poor. Now she's a successful businesswoman. I hope to be like her someday. July 6, 1993. Wanda is sick. I've heard she has cancer. Okay, that's not the chauffeur's wife. Wanda's the chauffeur's wife. Or mom. Mom? Mom. I've heard that she has cancer. It has been 2 months since I took over for her. Her son, Derek, stays with her whenever he is not driving for Charles. I feel sorry for them. Luckily, Mr. Roberts helps with the financial needs. I pray she gets well soon. October 14th, 1993. Andrew shouted at me for walking on the grass, though I was sure I didn't step on it this time. He's always drunk anyway. Scott told me to ignore him. I'm not sure how he could be so patient, always taking care of Andrew and covering his workload. I would have assumed that Scott was Andrew's son if I had not known that Father Matthew adopted him years ago. He's so nice and talented, not to mention handsome, if only he wasn't taken. The drama. Now if this... is the front of the house. This is the stairs I just came up. So Trisha's room is over here. Okay, resume. Back to Trisha's room. Trisha's room is locked. The balcony, however, is not. Nope. What's this? Notes for Vivian's tea schedule. Tea time is 3:20 on the dot. Use the flower pattern cup for Mondays. Gold line cups are for guests. Use half cup of milk. Always leave sugar on the side. Never interrupt unless she calls for you. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this. So if we're going this way, there's the tea room. And then we'll hit the bar. Who is Mary? Vivian, Bernard, Dorothy, Derek, Wanda. Who is Mary? She says she took over for Wanda, but... took over for Wanda doing what? Hmm. Okay, tea room's locked. What's this? A sheet of account scores. Okay. Da Vinci Wine Services. Robert Estate paid premium wine. Wow. Make sure all checks are payable to Da Vinci Wine Services. Total due 15 days. Overdue accounts are subject to what? Okay. Estate gross or something. Yes. Da Vinci wine. Oh. Sorry, Thomas. I must have forgot to check inventory. Apparently we are missing a case of Da Vinci's. Please don't tell Mr. Roberts. Ginger beer. Painscreek Herald, March 3rd, 1993. 20 years later, Painscreek still honors the lives of coal mine workers. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. 20 Painscreek still coal mine workers. That's what all the deaths were. The innocent that would forever be remembered by the villagers of Painscreek incident. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. By Jonathan Walker. 20 years ago, 6 members of this village, together with their 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine's demolition programs. The coal mine belonged to Roberts Mining Company. Vivian Roberts, who had just married into the Roberts family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000, contributing $24,000 from her own company to a total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. This is a very small sum compared to what those families lost, and no amount of money can replace their loved ones. Vivian told to the press, "What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, the Roberts family thanks you. The works not only comforted those families." Okay, it continues. Alright, anything else around here that we can see? I like that rug. That rug is pretty. Door's locked. What's this? I forgot to return the service room key in time, so I left the key in the kitchen drawer. Sorry about that. found the reception desk at Anne's. Nope. Use the key. Aha! What room are we in? Again, wrong button. This one. So this is the maid's room. I think it literally just said that, but... Ignore that piece of paper for a second. I need to report Scott to Bernard. His suspicious acts are getting out of hand. Today I saw him peeking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room from the window. He's been told many times now not to do this. I was cleaning Mrs. Roberts' tea room when I stumbled across a pile of letters full of negative comments addressed to her. Why on earth does she keep these letters? She, more than anybody in this town, doesn't deserve to be attacked by these faceless cowards. These people cannot see the positive impact she has made for this community. It's not her fault that her business deals can't please everyone. Okay. So, negative comments addressed to her. February 3rd, 1995. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it, and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I have never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice talking with him, rather relaxing. March 3rd, 1995. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand. So he can't help with writing the Easter invitations this year. I told him he only needs his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? April 17th, 1995. Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. She says she hasn't used the house for the past few months, but it needs to be taken care of every now and then. She will be 60 this year. I think I should help her. P.S. The address is 40 Black Pine Road, Painscreek, Newland. May 29th, 1995. Tricia and Vivian had an argument during dinner. Vivian is thinking to send Tricia to college, but Tricia wants be with Scott. She is not thinking straight. June 1st, 1995. I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting. Gallery. Right before he left, I heard a faint click. As he was leaving the gallery, I hid in the staircase hallway. When I was sure that he was gone, I went into the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. It's just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's interesting about this lady. June 11th, 1995. There was a grand party to celebrate Tricia's birthday this evening. She will officially be 21 years old. Tricia and Scott are meeting at this shed behind the mansion. They call it their secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Tricia to be with Scott. Should I tell her about it? June 12, 1995. Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of Painscreek Community Hospital as well as the Roberts family doctor. The police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. She was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted their request. She came back in the evening and assured us that everything was okay. She had nothing to do with Dr. Johnson's death. His death was purely an accident. Alright, so this is white headband. Woman with a white headband. Mary Martin's story. Achievement has been done. Very loud noise somewhere. Vivian's locker is empty. Trisha's locker is empty. So is Derek. Charles? Why is Charles not beside his family? Bernard. Oh, wait, what do we have here, Bernard? Alright, so shifts. Morning is Bernard on Sundays and Charles on Thursdays. Afternoon is Derek on Sundays, Bernard on Mondays, Vivian on Fridays. Evening on Mondays is also Bernard. Charles on Wednesdays, and Trisha is nights on Sundays. Okay. No. Stairway. Where does this go? Ah, this is the one beside the gallery. Which one of these women have a white bandana? This one right here. Who are you? Ah. Okay. There's number pad. We're just gonna sit back like this, and we're gonna go camera, and we're gonna take that picture, and then can we reclose it? I'll get it. I don't know what code to put that. Wait. Maybe I do. Dodos. Today's the anniversary of his mom's death anniversary, 1993, August 27th, 93. No. Nope. Okay. June 11th, 95. Okay. August 27th, 93. Wait. No, this was 18 years. That's 18 years. Before 93. 83 would be 10. 78 would be 15. 75. Okay, I got nothing then. Never mind. Is there anywhere I haven't been yet? No, I haven't been this side yet. Security room. Doing a lot of good right now to have a security room. No, okay. I tried. shed in the back. Having your secret meeting place just in view of your parents. Okay. I need to get in there. I don't know what it would be though. I think I will run over to the church, see if I can find the key under the flower pot that I keep seeing notes about, and then hop off. I need to go out of here to the right and way down. And down this road to the right, and just way down here. Into the church. Everything said the flower pot, so. Ah, well, that was the door. Ah, key. Oh, look at that key. That's a fancy looking key. Okay, can't use it at that one. Going in the church! Alright. I'm just gonna leave it right there. And, I'm gonna conclude this at like an hour and a half. So, yeah. If I missed anything, tell me. I'm gonna leave it there.